All right, welcome back to the Knives Fast channel, guys. It is time for Bring Your Knife to Work, or just bring your creature to work, however you want to put it. But this is the Knives Fast channel, and this is the Arcane Design Creature, guys. This comes by way of Arcane Israel over there through the Apex Pass Around group. Thank you, Israel. Thank you, Apex. And very cool box, by the way, comes with this. Indeed, man, I can't get it open. Slide out box with a really nice pouch inside with the logo and then a bunch of stickers and that kind of stuff. So really, really cool indeed. But we're going to get this off out of the way so we can focus on what you're here for, which is the knife. Now, I say bring your knife to work because, guys, this thing is built just to me, very firm, very well, and this would definitely be a great work knife. And we're going to talk about that. I mean, it'd be great for EDC or collection or whatever you want it for, or even outdoors. But to me, I think this guy would make a phenomenal work knife, and we'll talk more about that as we go in. So just to start, at our normal areas, you have sort of flat scales here, but there's some intricate designs down inside this. There's kind of a slot here. Your pivot collar, which is always interesting with Arcane, is made of titanium and overlaps that design. You have kind of it's really interesting. I don't even know how to describe it, but everything is chamfered off well. You have giant chamfers on the edges here. You do have black screws. Now, there are several versions available, but this is the one that came to us. You do have a titanium clip that is not reversible. You do not have a lanyard hole. It is a flipper and thumb stud. You have black thumb studs. You do have a lock bar insert on your frame lock. Very, very cool. Just a very, you guys know, one of the things I always look at is what does the knife look like closed, and it has a very intriguing, cool look. Now, if we open it with the thumb stud here, you'll see we have a very nice sharpening choil. We have the Arcane logo on the grind, which is interesting. And I guess this must be the Creature logo. You do have a very cool looking, kind of almost harpoonish clip point here, and a very nice swedge. Very, very cool satin finish. And just a beautiful, beautiful knife overall. Gotta dig it. Now, our lockup, you can see here, is about a 35 to 40, I would say. And we are, man, dead centered, I would say. Man, it may be off just a tick. No, it's dead center. Okay. All right, you do have good jimping here, kind of a squared off flipper tab. Snatch that corner and you're good. Detent is pretty good, but the detent appears to be more dialed for the thumb stud, in my opinion. It jumps out on the thumb stud. You know, I haven't even tried to see if I can, yep, I can middle finger flick it off the stud. It's definitely dialed. The flipper, if you, wow, I didn't even do it. If you really want to, you can, you know, just kind of half tail it and barely get it out or not get it out. It's a, you know, it's a good detent, but it's not as heavy, you know, for a flipper. And see, it ain't coming out at all, but it's dialed to me for the thumb stud. But if you give it any juice at all, it's going with the flipper. It is definitely a light switch there. You do have, you do have quite a bit of skeletonization inside. Very, very, very nice. Now, ergonomics-wise, so there's really nowhere to choke up, and you do have a thumb ramp here. So I say use the thumb ramp, and your finger goes, so you kind of got a pinch, a offset pinch grip here, and then you've got this nice dip for your next two fingers. Let's go this way, and then kind of a spot at the end for your other one. Now, you do have a little bit left over. I have 4-inch across hands from here to here, and you definitely have a little bit left over here. Now, there's really no hot spots. The way you design this clip around that contouring, I don't have an issue with that clip at all. If you feel it anywhere, it's right up in here, and it's nothing to me. Nothing whatsoever. Not a problem. in any way. Now, let's get our comparisons out here. You guys, I'm telling you, the Ontario Rat 2 is going to be smaller, and the Rat 1 is going to be very close. Yep, that's what I thought, and that's what we got. So that is really, really cool. Let's talk availability and specs real quick as my computer went to sleep, but that's what we're going to talk about here. Now, these are 365 in this configuration, and you can get it either in a Tanto blade or this drop point. I called it a clip because it just kind of, right here, it goes straight out, and then oh, I forgot to mention this too. You can come out here with your thumb, and there's like a harpoon area. I forgot to mention that. Very nice. You can do that with your finger or your thumb. 3.75-inch blade with a 4.74-inch close length, overall 8.25 with a 0.16, so a thicker stock, but it never really matters with an Arcane knife because he's always got crazy swedges, and so you end up with a nice relief to your cut here. It is thicker, but it's also taller. It is a flat grind, which means you get a very nice slicey cut. The overall weight, 4.6. The handle thickness is 0.51. But to me, guys, it feels good because of all that contouring. It is caged bearings, titanium clip tip up, right carry only. Let's see. He calls it an American compound Tanto or a drop point are your two blade shapes. And again, titanium, and I forgot to even mention, but your blade steel is 20 CV. Now, as far as varieties, it looks like they've got this one in Tanto and drop point. Then they've got a satin with black handles and a silver collar in both, and a all stonewash with a black collar in both, and a all black in both with silver collars. Wow, there's a bunch more. Tanto with two-tone blade, black handles, silver collar, and a Damasteel, two Damasteel versions as well. Now, those Damasteel versions are going to be $625, but definitely worth considering if you're interested. Now, I called this, bring your knife to work. And guys, I got to tell you, it is so thin at the tip. Now, it is not so thin that you're going to break it off to me, but you can see here, we pierce very easily. Flimsy cardboard, but definitely going to cut on through. Nice and slicey. Indeed. I mean, I'm digging this guy. It is very nice. Now, some people will tell you got to have a hollow grind to get that kind of slice, and I say bull. A really well done flat grind is just going to cut like nobody's business. And guys, it is just a really good one. Now, you do have quite a bit of belly too, for getting into things, and your tip is going to be higher, of course, but not bad at all. I'm really enjoying this. Now, some of you might say this is kind of overkill for what you do at work. Sure it is. But I just feel like you've got this fantastic grip on this thing, and you just have great control of the knife no matter how you decide to hold it. And it is a very nice cutter, and it's going to hold up to just about any task that you could throw at it. So I'm curious, is this one you guys are interested in? I know it's different. I've heard people say it's one of the more normal Arcane designs, and I would agree with that. There was one more, and I can't remember the name of it right now, but this one is daggone close to, any other knife as far as how it looks and how it's shaped. Just, some different accents in the handle that make it a little more modern or futuristic looking. So let me know what you think down below, and give me a like. And guys, definitely appreciate you. Please make sure you've subscribed and hit that notification bell. And let me know if you enjoyed this knife. And thank you for watching the Knives Fast channel.